Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Smart Money Sisters. And today we're in our series, BAM, which we're talking about Bible, business, and money. And so, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you are viewing this video. Thank you for joining. And today we're going to be bringing you, or this week I should say, we're going to be bringing you short videos from some very hot, or some, let me back up. This week we will be bringing you short videos, some very hot money tips from the Bible to help you to make, manage, and multiply money. So if you're catching this on the replay, I want you to go ahead and type hashtag replay in the comments. And if this information is valuable to you, I want you to share it out. Sharing is caring. So share it with your sisters and invite them to come into our Smart Money Sisters group. So for those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Tisha D. Colston, financial influencer coach for women, and I show women how to achieve financial freedom so that she can create a life that she loves to live. And so I facilitate growth naturally and spiritually around money. That's right, MONEY. So we tear down a lot of strongholds when it comes to money, give you the tools, the resources, and the strategies that you need to make, manage, and multiply money. So you can find me on the web at tishadcolston.com. Just keep coming back for weekly blog content, because and then you can find all of my social media at Tisha D. Colston. So you just do a search for that. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. All right. So let's get into today's BAM topic. It's a hot money tip that's coming from the Bible. Now, when you think of the Bible, most people don't think of hot nothing. You don't think of hot money tips, nothing like that. Now, when you think of money tips, you might, for a book, you might think of Dave Ramsey's books. You might think of Robert Kiyosaki's books and all those other kind of books like that. But the book called the Bible, we don't necessarily consider that when it comes to making, managing, and multiplying money. But the Bible holds some very important keys, some wisdom keys that when we, to help us to be effective when it comes to making, managing, and multiplying money. And I believe that when you follow the Bible, you will have good success. All right. So today we're going to be looking at Proverbs 24 and 27. And it says, put your outdoor work in order and get your fields ready. After that, build your house. Today's topic today's tip is how to prioritize your money. This scripture just kind of puts it in order. It says, put your work in order, get your fields ready, and after that, build your house. And a lot of times we do it the other way. We want to start building, okay, and getting our fields ready at the same time. Been there, done that, okay? So some may get it, others may not get it. What is the context of the scripture when you first look at it? But this tip doesn't really tell us why planting a field is a higher priority than building a house, okay? Both are what we need in life. It's not necessarily a luxury to have a house, right? So why do we need to, first get your field ready before you build a house? So we dig a little deeper. We have to ask the question then, what is a field? What is a field? So if you look at a farmer, which is what they did back in those days, and even now we still do those, right? Just a lot of us aren't doing those. The fields produced what? The crops. And the crops was their main source of income, their main source of survival. So if you don't have a field that has been prepared well, and those seeds to be planted in good ground, in good soil, then you're not going to have a good crop. And if you don't have good crops, you won't have the money to do anything. You won't have the money to build a house, or you won't have the money to build or provide for food, right? Food and clothing for your family, the necessary things. So if you fast forward to our culture today, I know about you, but I don't have a field. I don't have a field that I rely on for income, all right? Few people do have an income that they rely on for their income today. I would say that I would say that, so then what, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes and I'm like, what was you saying? It's because I missed a sentence. So, so this is why sometimes I don't even do notes, so I don't have to get hung up on them, but I use them so that I can stay on track and not talk forever. So anyway, so if you fast forward to our culture today, we don't have fields, right, that we're using. So what is our field for today, right? A basic need that we would say is our basic needs, and that what we have in order to meet, in order to live. And to meet those needs, most of us need to work. So, work could be going to a job every day, or it could be having your own job. But, nonetheless, no matter what it is, it's trading your skill for your money. It's giving the resource for money, okay? And so what good is a nice, big, luxurious house if you don't have the means to put the food on the table, or to pay the rent, or to pay the mortgage? But you would be surprised at how many people don't prioritize in this way. How many people in today's time choose to get the nice house on the outside, but then they find themselves in the money stress because they couldn't afford to keep the house up, or they struggle to make provision for themselves or for the people that are living in the house, like food and clothing. I can't do this, I can't do that because I have not prepared my fields right? Or I wouldn't extended myself. So, and I bought this, or I bought that, I bought this and I bought that, and I didn't consider or prepare my fields for the purchase. So in today's culture, the scripture is saying that we must prioritize our money. Make sure that you save. Make sure that you have enough to cover the basics. What do you need? Do you know? A lot of times we just go off the cuff. What do we need in order to keep ourselves alive? What do we need to work? What do we need to do? How much money do we need to have coming in just for our basic necessities, right? We're not even talking about, the comforts that we have in life. So we have a lot of comforts in the United States, right? In our culture, we have a lot of comforts, not basic necessity needs. And a lot of us don't even know, what does it take to just live on the basics? So we have to calculate the cost, and we have to prepare the field so that we can survive on the basics. How much do you need to pay all of your living expenses? And that is how you prioritize your money, according to the scripture, right? So prioritizing your money comes in before you decide to buy a new car. Because then you go and buy this new car, and now you're struggling to make payments. Or you're making the payments, but you're struggling to pay your rent. But you're struggling to put food on your table. You're struggling to pay the light bills and the phone bill and all the living that is required. So what does that mean? How do I do that? Well, it means that we have to create a spending plan, aka budget. A lot of people don't like the word budget. I don't like the word budget either, because it just implies restriction. When really what it is that it's going to help you to know and to be realistic about what it truly takes for your household to live, what it truly takes for you to be able to provide for your household. It helps you to know what really is coming in and what really is going out, so that you can analyze that and say, okay, I can't really afford to do this, or I need to bring in additional income in order to be able to live this way, right? So I believe that you don't need to do without. You just need to plan it out, right? When you do your budget, you might find that you, like I just said, you might need that extra income to be able to do what you want to do. But it's better to know that and then to seek on ways how to add that extra income to be able to have and to do what it is that you wanted to do. It's better to have that knowledge than it is to borrow from Peter in order to pay Paul. That just creates so much more stress in our lives, and that's not the life of contentment that our God in created us to live. I believe he created us to live a life of contentment. And not that everything is going to be easy, but because of that, we don't have to make it difficult. So here's the question. Would you commit to creating a spending plan today, to know your fields, to make them ready, right? To know what you're bringing in each month, what you're spending on your necessities each month? This is how you're, according to scripture, how you set your financial priorities. Now, if you need help with that, of course, you can always book a coaching appointment with me, and I will be happy to work with you to see how you can do this budget thing, right? Also, you want to do it yourself. I got this new budget book coming out for you smart money sisters. It's called Bougie on a Budget. Okay, listen, don't play, because I like to be bougie. My nephew called me bougie. Called me bougie. That's where I came up with it. Bougie on a budget, because let's face it, we want to have nice things, right? But we need to be bougie for real. We don't need to be pretend bougie, like pretending like we can afford hair and nails and all this other stuff. We want to be able to do that for real. And in order to do that for real, we've got to count up the costs. So if you want to order my Bougie on a Budget book, just go to TishaDColston.com. I'll be adding it in the store today. Now, if you found this information valuable, I want you to share it out and invite other sisters to join us here in the Smart Money Sisters Facebook group, because in the group is where we partner with God to make, manage, and multiply money so that we can experience true financial freedom. So that's it for today, my sisters. Until we meet again, the Lord bless you and the Lord keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you. The Lord turn his face toward you, and listen to this, and give you peace. We'll see you soon.